An off-duty Alaskan Airlines pilot, Joseph D. Emerson, tried shutting down the engine of Alaska Airlines in middle air. Greetings, my families and friends. Thanks for tuning in to Deep Roots TV. If you have not subscribed as yet, please hit that red subscribe button. Leave your comment on this one, ladies and gentlemen. The off-duty pilot accused of trying to shut down the engine of an Alaskan airline plane mid-flight on Sunday said he was having a nervous breakdown and told the flight crew he needed to be subdued, according to the federal complaints. Alaskan Airlines pilot Joseph D. Emerson, 44 years old, has been charged in a federal court with interfering with a flight crew. The United States Attorney Office of District of Oregon announced Tuesday. He has been charged on the heels of dozens of state charges in Oregon, including 83 felony counts of attempted murder, 83 counts of reckless endangerment, and 1 count of endangering an aircraft, booking records show. He pleaded not guilty to all state charges Tuesday. Emerson attempted to cut fuel to the plane's engine while the flight was en route from Washington State to San Francisco on Sunday, according to authorities. But it was the quick actions of the aircraft captain and the first officer that kept the engine from failing completely, the airliner said. After the cockpit confrontation, Emerson was taken to the rear of the aircraft but attempted to grab the handle of the emergency exit during the flight descent. According to the release in the U.S. Attorney's Office, Emerson was subdued by members of the flight crew, but then attempted to grab the handle of the emergency exit during the flight descent, according to his attorney. The flight diverted to Portland, Oregon, where Emerson was taken into custody by Port of Portland police, the agency said in the statement. While in custody, Emerson told the police officer he became depressed about 6 months ago, according to an affidavit authorities by the FBI agent, including alongside the federal complainant. Emerson denied taking any medications, the affidavit said, but he did discuss psychedelic mushrooms with the responding officer. The officer and Emerson talk about using psychedelic mushrooms, and Emerson said it was his first time taking mushrooms, the affidavit said. Asked specifically if Emerson told officer he had been under the influence of mushroom at the time of the incident, spokesperson of the Attorney's Office of Oregon told the newspaper that remains part of the ongoing investigation. While in custody, Emerson said he was admitting that what I did, per the affidavit, I'm not fighting any charges you want to bring against me, guys, he said. Emerson is being held without bail at the county jail and appeared in court on Tuesday wearing a blue jail uniform with his hands restrained behind his back. His release was not addressed Tuesday hearing. The county circuit court Gina Plank, noting his case required a more robust release hearing within 5 days. Online records did not list any attorney for Emerson, and it has not been determined if there any kind of legal representation for both sides, the states or federal cases. Authorities did not believe the incident was an act of terrorism or ideological motives violence. A law enforcement source familiar with the investigation told the newspaper investigators believe it may have been the result of a mental health episode, and authorities are preparing for court officials to order an assessment of the defendant's psychological state as part of the court proceeding, the source said. Now, this is a strange but ironic story, because imagine this pilot chose the day that he's off to come mess with another pilot's flight. Why him never do it when he was in charge of the flight? It looked like him try to mess up the next pilot life for spite. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm reporting here live, Day Approach Studio. 44-year-old Joseph D. Emerson, a Alaska pilot. He was off duty. Decide him a go try the shrooms. Yes, the psychedelic drug called mushrooms. And him end up in the sky. And I don't know if he was too high, but him try to pull the emergency lever in the plane. This is crazy. Good thing the other pilot was aware of what was going on. He's being held right now. No bail. You are guaranteed. And I don't think Ono should let him within 5 miles of any airport anymore. Subscribe, like, and share to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Leave your comment. What would you have done if you saw this going on in front of your eyes? Tell me what you done do if you did that on this flight. A 44-year-old Alaska Airlines man has been charged, arrested. It appears that Alaska flight 2059 that was operating from, it seems like, Washington to Chicago, they had a real scare. Ladies and gentlemen, subscribe, like, and share. I'm Rastafari Soldier here. Day Approach TV, an off-duty pilot. Try to put the plane, try to cut the engine power with the emergency lever. Them man ya sick. More life, more joy,
So from them X with the fire, them have to mix with the lightning. Them mix with the lightning, them have to mix with the thunder. Them mix with the thunder, them got to mix with the world. And they so black people put the wicked them under. Hey Babylon, me see them a fret and them a wonder. Who flash the lightning and who roll the thunder? Deep root flash the lightning and him roll the thunder. Babylon, me see that them a panda. Look how much of the youth them, well them fret and kill, look how much them put under. How much of the youth them, well them send a dove cut ya. Where Babylon the fire burn no longer. Babylon the proofs for that say you can't turn ya. Fire king, Rastaman and a real fire king. Whoa, fire king, Rastafari soldier, fire king. Yeah, balalang bang,
Pick up Deep Roots TV. Respect, make sure to tune in the year every time.
Rasta transportation, you know. Rasta transportation to the world. TV, you know. I up me YouTube, Deep Roots TV. Yeah, man, see real roots them, the man, the real roots.